Всех, всем привет.
I'm bragging to my son that we're teaching 90 people this weekend.
You see, while you're bragging, we are down to 50.
Uh-oh. We were boring yesterday.
Okay. So ACI 7 class 2, and let's set up the motivation for the class, because there are Tibetan prayers, or you can do it in your language, and probably we should let's do it next time, like in English and with translation, like the meaning. But the reason why we talk about motivation every time, because for me personally, at some point prayers they fade away, the meaning, and then you need to change constantly for your mind, for it to be fresh. If you do not feel like it really strikes you and motivates, drives you, then change something, go deeper in your thinking process. So close your eyes, and everybody has difficult situation, right? And you can help yourself this way. So close your eyes and think about, first probably just let's make a couple exhales, inhales, come to the here and now. Feel your body. Think about the present moment. And think about your life right now. Good and bad things that you have, meaning part of happiness, part of suffering. Maybe you have some kind of fear or physical pain. See your pain. Admit that you have it. Think about the fact that everybody else on the planet has the same, and not only on this planet. Some kind of suffering. Have this image that if you really walk this path, you can help everybody. How it will look like for you. Make a bold decision in your heart that you will make it happen. And dedicate every second of this class and the homeworks and the quizzes, meditations, and the exam to see this picture as soon as you can. Because you understand how the reality works, and because we are learning vows to make it happen. Open your eyes. Class 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I start.
You want to start?
The quote.
I have one thought. One of the things that struck me going through these classes, Geshe-la said, like, one of the worst wrong views is to think that you can't get enlightened in this lifetime. And then, okay, yeah, I kind of get that. But then, like everything, like, are you seeing like the whole universe, right? Like everything in the universe, like everybody, countless living beings. Is that really coming from
at any moment of the time?
Yeah.
Also.
Is that coming from me? Oh boy. And And yeah, I mean, if things are empty, right? I mean, there's either random or God or empty.
Mm-hmm.
But if things are empty, the qualities that you're seeing, like there's countless living beings in the universe. I mean, it's a mental concept that's coming from you that's being projected onto the universe. Mm. Well, then if you're doing it right, well, then you can change it. Which is pretty extraordinary to think about, right? I mean, you see those videos, like, oh, here we are, like I'm sitting at a chair in Wilmette, and it's near Chicago, and then it's in Illinois, and then it's on the planet, and then it's, and then it zooms out, right? Like, oh, you're just this tiny little like speck of dust on a tiny little.
Except you project everything else, right?
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, not you, but
Your mind. Yeah, your mind, right?
your even not your mind, right? It's independent that
Well, and then
very subtle thing.
well, and then no, I don't think it's any more subtle than mind. I think it is all mind, right?
We have more rough and more subtle, right?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, but then the interesting thing is okay, if I'm projecting it all, is it real?
Is there anything else? That's the question.
Yeah. I mean, is it
what you project?
Well, does it function, right? Like, do people function as other individuals? Yeah, your seeds are that good, right? Like, yeah, you're projecting them and they are other individuals. Mm.
And they're independent thinkers, and sometimes you don't like it.
Like when they drive too fast in the snow?
Yeah, I just got criticized by my husband that I was
Except there, I shut up. I just
driving
mostly
too fast. I mean, I'm a very experienced driver in the snow. So I think I want to add something to what Bill said, which is not really part of the class, but I think it's especially for students who are a little bit experienced. Probably you have this difficulty to think how I can help really every living being that are countless. Okay, I get it. They're coming from me. I'm projecting all of them. The ones that I like, the ones that I do not like, the ones that I know, the ones that I do not know. But how can I really help countless? I mean, they're countless. I will be helping once, and there will be others, and maybe they will be also procreating. You know,
two times countless.
Twice countless. Okay. We have two translations in Russian. Artyom, could you please fix it? Okay, Areta is translating. Okay, good.
But all of this is related to the first point that you want to bring up, right?
I didn't.
Yeah, I know you haven't brought it up yet, but you're going to.
Yeah. So the idea of countless is also coming from your mind, you see. Even the idea of countless is coming from your mind. I will repeat because for me it was a very difficult concept to understand. Hi, Martin. We have
one brave traveler, two brave travelers that made it through the snow. There was a snowstorm here in Chicago.
Your mind is very powerful, as Bill said. It creates other people, other mind streams. They're independent. They may say what you don't like. They may think totally different way, right? But still created by you. And there are countless living beings. How you can help countless? Because the idea countless is also coming from your mind. And maybe you will have to think about it.
Well, I mean, I don't expect people, if they're to accept it just because we said it. I mean, it takes a lot of thought, right?
Yeah.
And then ultimately, you'll get serious enough that you'll learn to meditate and see it directly for yourself.
So, in one of the most famous books ever written in our lineage, which is Lamrim Chenmo, and it was even the story is miraculous because Jetson Kappa, he was in kind of super meditating state for over 1 month. He was praying to Lord Atisha and for the blessings of the lineage lamas. He went into a kind of meditative state, and he wrote a huge book, English translation, like 2 volumes like that, right? Lamrim Chenmo. So, and what he writes there, he gives the warning that even bodhicitta alone is not enough. He says basically, you may be able to get the emotion in your heart that you want to help every living being. But if you don't become a great master of the 3 types of morality, vows, you can say, 3 types of morality, not vows, 3 types of morality, then you cannot become an enlightened being. You cannot become a Buddha. And he explains that this is related to the 3 sets of vows, right? So what are the 3 different sets of vows? And maybe it's one of the questions on the homework.
And reaching Buddhahood, that's synonymous with reaching enlightenment. And when you do it, it's related to what we were talking about earlier, that you've automatically solved everybody else's problems when you've done that. And so, if you keep your vows, it has the potential to, save every living being in the universe, right? If things are happy. It's hard, like it's a really big concept. And one thing I would say, like for people at home thinking, Jason Kappa, month-long, like spiritual journey. Geshe calls it acid trip, for LSD,
which is a joke, of course.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's not. And I know that, like, for American hippies, that has a different connotation than East Europeans, but it's is it possible? Like a Sangha supposedly was dictating straight from Maitreya. Is it possible?
Being only a 3rd bhumi, right?
Yeah, right. Like 3rd bhumi, right? Still a ways to go and dictating straight from Maitreya. That'd be kind of cool, right? Is it possible? Once it reminds me, like it reminds me of the conversation, like, can you read other people's minds? And I remember someone once said, well, you're projecting them. It's kind of crazy that you can't. I think it's similar, right? Like if you're planting the seeds for a Buddha, like you're seeing that Buddha. Well, then why wouldn't you be able to talk with them directly? Why wouldn't you be able to get dictation? I haven't done that personally, but I know that as my meditation got better, my dreams got clearer. And I'm not a musician, but in my dreams, I would hear music, like classical music that I'd never heard anywhere else. And then, how was that possible, right? And I'd hear popular music in my dreams. And, I couldn't record it. I couldn't write it down. But if I had been able to, I would have had new music, And you hear artists who don't have anything to do with Buddhism talking about, oh, well, I just heard it. Like you hear artists quite frequently say, I was just writing down, like it channeled through me. And I don't think that's a metaphor. I think it's literally just flowing through them. So I do think that I have confidence that when they say that Jason Kappa had a month-long spiritual event where he wrote the Long Ramp Chenmo. Yeah, I think that's entirely possible.
Yeah, I also think so. Also, what are these three sets of vows? The Pratimoksha vows, which is translated as individual freedom vows. Why they are individual freedom vows? Because the individual who keeps this kind of morality reaches freedom, and freedom is a word for nirvana. And nirvana means that you reach in your personal development stage when you cannot have any mental affliction anymore. The seeds just do not ripen anymore. You cannot get upset, you cannot be angry, you cannot have any kind of fear, or even being bored is not possible. So the only thing that you can feel is related to happiness, joy, bliss, this kind of stuff. So the second set of vows is bodhisattva vows. And the third is secret set of vows.
Mm-hmm.
And they are all related to three kinds of morality, three types of morality, which we will talk about in a moment. Do you want to? Yeah, okay, let's do the morality.
Okay, pretty straightforward idea here, right? The first one, the morality of refraining from bad deeds. Okay, so I won't do anything negative, right? And so like I won't hurt people or myself. Pretty basic. And so the 10 bad deeds, you'll hear this repeatedly. It's similar to the 10 commandments, similar for people in Christian traditions. No killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct. Am I jumping ahead on a question?
It's okay.
No lying, no harsh words, no divisive speech, no idle speech, no anger, no jealousy, no wrong worldviews. Mm-hmm. And so those are like, if you could keep, and actually the Pratimoksha vows are
higher than that.
Yeah. And but anyway.
But it's a part of morality.
Yeah. So basically the 10 ways that people who are human in this realm are hurting themselves the most. They say that there's 84,000 different mental afflictions. Personally, I don't think that's an exact count. If you read through a lot of the text, like ancient text, they'll use that number frequently. Like, oh, there's 84,000 channels in the body, or there's 84,000 of this, and you'll see it in Hindu text also. There's 84,000 of this or 84,000 of that. I think it was an ancient way of saying we do a ton of things wrong. Like, oh my gosh, I've got a ton of work. Well, you don't literally have 2,000 pounds.
You also can think in a way like to whom, right?
Yeah.
Maybe to enlightened beings, they see it exactly at that number. We don't know.
I've never heard Geshe-la make the point. I've just seen it in a lot of text that 84,000 gets used frequently. So I'm skeptical that it's an exact number.
There is something to mention about this first type of morality, refraining from bad deeds, because we have three of them, and only this one, Nyechu, which is bad deed, Dompe Tsultrim, refraining morality, is what usually people understand when we say morality. Or ethics can be a little bit wider, right? Mafia has ethics, even it's not moral, right?
Yeah.
But morality is like a limitation that Westerners usually think of. I don't know, how about your countries? You can write down. but this is the only kind out of these three that is more or less similar to our imagination, what morality is, right? What it is based on.
So, so people are clear on the idea, ethics can relate, that's like a code of behavior inside of a group, right? So like mafia people, it's like their code of ethics says
we don't kill our people, we can kill other people.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or yeah.
Or if you kill sunflowers.
Or yeah. Or like we never inform on our people to the police, no matter how bad. You'll go. I'll go to prison before I tell them that you killed somebody, right? So that's their code of ethics, right? Is it moral to not tell the police that this person killed somebody? Well, no, it's not moral.
But for them,
but for them, it's ethical, right? Because that's their code of ethics, and morality is going to be defined by anything that it's not moral if it brings you a bad result. It is moral if it brings you a good result.
And there is a difference between other spiritual paths morality, because for many of them there is a specific code, right? You follow this one and then you're good. You don't follow, you're bad. So in these teachings, it is completely a function of the results that you will get. And this is a definition of good and bad karma, right? Which will be equal good or bad deed. Good deed, something that will bring you positive result. Bad deed is something that will bring you negative result. So it is not really, how to say, morality that in many countries is people understand. And if you will think a little bit, everything that is bad or good that you do either to yourself or to other people will bring the same results, right? So it doesn't matter even you behave badly towards others or to yourself. The second type?
Second type. The morality of collecting goodness using various methods like performing the 6 perfections to collect masses of merit and wisdom into yourself. So this is the opposite. The first one is don't hurt anybody. The second one is do good things for them.
Right? Bring them blessings.
Yeah. Happy things. Help them with and help yourself in the process. And so the 6 perfections, boy, I always have a hard time memorizing these for some reason. I don't know why. It's so many other lists in my head. But so I had to ask Ina beforehand what the 6 are.
He knows. Come
on. It's also interesting.
I don't know why you do it.
It's also interesting that this after you have the direct perception of emptiness, the first things that you're working on perfecting are each one of these 6 in order. And so
because the first 6 bodhisattva bhumis, they go by perfection.
Yeah, so after you have the direct perception of emptiness, there's 10 stages you go through before you get enlightened. And so, excuse me. Thank you. Spasiba. So the first one is, we used to call it generosity, but now Geshe is calling it sharing.
I think there is a separate teaching in him changing his translation, words for translation, because it is very easy to get stuck in some kind of dogma, you know, and Geshe Michael himself changing the word, he would translate it as first giving, then generosity, then sharing, makes you feel that it's not the word that is important, right? The meaning is important. And he tries to convey the meaning, which is, to be honest, close to impossible, considering the multitude of languages that he deals with. And every language has limitations. And if you translate from one language into another one, then into another one, there will be a part of the meaning lost necessarily. Like I told you, some languages do not have words like Tibetan does not have a word for guilt. It's difficult to explain guilt to Tibetans. The closest word means do something harmful for yourself. That will be the guilt for Tibetans.
Which is funny because in the United States, guilt is quite frequently preceded by Catholic guilt. It's like almost synonymous with being Catholic is to be guilty because of original sin and, oh, I am a sinner, I have done wrong.
And for them, guilt is probably the main word, right? Then I was raised with a word that does not exist in English.
Sovereignty?
Совесть. And in English, McMichael goes on. You will see here they try to explain this word using shame and consideration mostly.
For Russian speakers, you can guess why I know what bez совести means.
Because that was the main word I was raised on. And it's not fair that they don't even have this word. No, shame is embarrassment, and sorrow, stid, and совесть is consideration, but not really. Actually, the meaning of the word that you think always of other people around you, and you think that you have to provide some kind of conditions for them, and not first think about yourself, right? This is the meaning. And they do not have such a word. Or like kindness, not used in French. They use being nice instead of kindness, gentil instead of bienveillant. And I think in Spanish you have a little bit similar, no?
Amable for kindness and gentil for gentle.
Oh, so you, but amable, it's a different word also. So there are gaps in translation, and McMichael is teaching that we should not, our brain should not get rotten in the old words. We should constantly think deeper meaning, deeper meaning, deeper meaning.
So briefly for the 6 perfections. So we start with sharing. And then it's interesting because what's the result of sharing? You're going to have...
You may have given in your texts, because ACI texts were never corrected with the modern translation, not yet at the very least.
So if you share with people, you'll get more. So financial wealth. And so people, criticism, you're a Buddhist, like you should have renunciation, you shouldn't have money. Well, the first thing an Arya works on is...
First, renunciation is not to give away money, is to be fed up with suffering.
Yeah. Right. And I remember seeing a quote by Chandrakirti, and he said, the first thing the Buddha taught people was how to make money. I'm like, really? No kidding. Business school, enlightened business school, right? So they're not talking about being an accountant. Yeah. We're talking about the root causes.
We went to Seremay. We spent last year 1 month at Seremay. Well, living there, studying there, and a monk was teaching us Chandrakirti's book, and we didn't ask him. He doesn't know that we do other projects that are very similar to what Dr. Chandrakirti, as he called him, writes. And he's saying us, the very first thing the Bodhisattva should learn is to share with other people, because they need resources to help other living beings.
And it's interesting too, because I bet there's some number of people here who came to us through our financial freedom group. So how many people do we have?
If you're there, please put the plus just out of interest.
So it's a gateway, right, to higher teachings. You learn, okay, I can make money with cause and effect. What else can I do, right? And then you start asking for bigger things, right? Humans being humans. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that great? It's fun, right? I mean, you start with money and then, you finish with saving every living being in the universe. It's cool.
Yeah, and it really works. I mean, we have a lot of experience. So basically, now you know what we are doing. We pretend you are already, or you pretend you're already bodhisattvas of the first blooming,
Mhm.
and you practice generosity, sharing with other people.
So, do you want to go through the others 5?
I want
the
to
6?
say to emphasize what the morality of the first level brings, because I think we didn't say, if you practice just not hurting other people, you will get a result of reaching nirvana. And something that we also didn't say, that the vows of this level, freedom vows, you take them for one lifetime. So once you are done with your current sequence of seeds that you call life, you don't have the first level of vows anymore. The freedom vows are gone. Either it was, we will, do we have a, oh, actually we don't have a special question on which kind of vows they have. So they have, we have freedom vows for lay people. We have for monks, for nuns. How many for lay people? 5, right? 5 for lay people. For monks, 253. Little bit extended. For nuns, 364. You don't have to remember the numbers, it's just out of curiosity. And there are also one-day vows if you want to kind of try how they are a little bit similar to monks and nuns vows. And novice monks, novice nuns, right? That's it. That's all the vows that you can have on the first level, and they bring you to nirvana.
And for people who are wondering, about the difference, well, what's the difference between nirvana and enlightenment, right? And I mean, I've seen people get that confused. Nirvana is the cessation of all your mental afflictions. And that can be,
cannot have any negative emotion.
Right. Yeah. But you still have subtle obstacles to omniscience. So you're not fully enlightened. You're done with your mental afflictions. And so eventually that leads to a place where you're personally not suffering. You're kind of in this peace. But then the Mahayana people, the higher school, our school, is going to say, you're not done yet. You're going to have to wake up and you're going to have to get fully enlightened, study and get fully enlightened, because you're not going to really, really be happy until you've saved every living being. So, and Buddhahood is synonymous with enlightenment, which means you have the bodies of a Buddha, right? However you want to count it, the 2, the 3, the 4 bodies of a Buddha. The Buddha in his heaven, the Buddha that emanates to help people, and the emptiness of the Buddha and the omniscience of the Buddha. That's so, like, what's enlightenment? You're a Buddha. What's a Buddha? You have those 4 bodies. What's nirvana? You're done with your mental afflictions, so you're in a peace, lower.
Which is also pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I would take it.
But the trick is you don't have to go one by one, right? You can go directly to full enlightenment. You don't have to get nirvana, lower nirvana first, right?
And referring back to question 1, because we're almost halfway to question 2. Um, and the reason why you take Vajrayana vows, diamond way vows,
Secret vow.
secret vows, tantric vows, all four referring to the same thing, so that you can reach enlightenment in one life faster. Yeah. So there you go.
So Bodhisattva vows will help you to collect, or like morality number 2, collecting goodness. This is because if you project your situation right now, somehow you need to learn how to project it differently. And the way to do it, to make it, is to collect together a lot of great energy to transform yourself into an enlightened being. And by transform means you will have different seeds that will ripen, and you will see your body made of light and everything else totally different, and your mind will be totally blissful, compassionate, loving, omniscient, all of that. So to collect this kind of energy, there is a predefined set of actions described by the vows. That's it, very easy. So stop hurting others, you get to nirvana. Start collecting goodness or helping other people, accumulate the qualities that will make you an enlightened being. Other perfections, so Bill told you about sharing, then the second one is ethics or morality. That's it, keeping all the kinds of vows, all kinds of morality you decided to keep is the second one. Third is very important. If you can really make it happen, it will be your rocket, to the moon. It will make your path faster, much faster. Never get angry. Whatever happens, never get angry, because anger destroys good seeds. So the third kind it is called patience, but it's not like patiently wait for a bus at the stop, or for a train. It includes it, because you can get mad at the bus or the driver, a driver or something, right? For me, a big, I really enjoy the fact that I can ask Bill so many things about lawn retreats. And I remember the funny thing is that you said that it is so clear in a lawn retreat that you are the one who is to blame, because you can get mad at anything. You are alone for months and years, and you still can get mad. It's not about other people. You can mad at an object. You can get mad at something in your memory.
Yeah.
People are not there.
If you have a mental affliction attack, there's nobody to blame.
Yeah.
It's easy in the outside world.
Yeah.
I'm mad because of you.
And the horrible
there's no other you in the retreat to get mad at.
Yeah, and the horrible thing is that once we are angry at somebody, it's never correct, because the reason why we are unhappy is because our seeds ripen and they make us kind of unhappy due to circumstances. All of that based on ignorance, but it's all fake, but the results are real, because being angry at somebody will plant another seed of anger, right? So, and it will ripen. Fourth is one of the most important one also is joyful effort. And it does not mean you should exhaust yourself working, or I don't know, exercising or something. We are lazy in a very specific way. And to be honest, we work a lot with different kinds of students, and this is probably common for everybody of us. We are lazy in being happy about good things we do. We don't enjoy doing good things. I mean, we do enjoy, but we kind of happy 1% or 2% of 100. So this is the fourth one. The fifth one is meditation, fifth perfection. And the sixth one is wisdom. So understanding that everything comes from my previous deeds, and it can be anything. It's empty, has no nature on its own. Can be, I don't know, my pen can be a diamond of the same shape, you know. I know that these diamonds do not exist now because the biggest is 150 carats, and it's like would be that much. So, but who knows? Maybe we can plant seeds.
I think people know we got to see how big were they? 50 carat diamonds?
40.
40. Huge.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like the size of a walnut.
Yeah, when you see the diamonds of such a size, it's true. Other diamonds, they do not look impressive anymore after that.
Yeah, it was a $10 million diamond.
So I was going to say something about, yeah, and these six perfections are not actually perfections. They're perfectionizers, because the person who tries to behave in this way, what they do, they try to perfect themselves. It does not mean that I reached perfection of giving, of sharing, if I see everybody else having all kinds of resources. It will take a while to see that happening. But what it means that I'm ready at any moment, you know, to share what I have, like my readiness, you know, like it's mental, it's not only physical.
Can you imagine how cool it would be to be an Arya working on the fifth perfection of meditation, right? So somebody who's already had the direct perception of emptiness, they're on the Mahayana track. They've already seen, they've had that experience. They had the experience of seeing every living being in the universe, knowing they're going to save them, and now they're getting better at meditation. It must be pretty trippy, right?
Yeah, and you perfected already your perfection of giving, so your life probably should,
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
Yes. So you're rich, you're happy because you're ethical, you never get angry, and now you're really meditating.
And you're happy doing good things.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's meditate.
Yeah, no, let's meditate. Yeah. Can you imagine like never being grumpy that you have to sit down and meditate? It'd be pretty cool, right?
100%. So the next type of morality. So why do we need, what else do we need? I mean, we already said that morality of collecting goodness will bring you Buddhahood, right? You will become a perfect being at the end. Actually, guess what? There is an anecdote. Can I make jokes if I teach ACI?
You're asking me? Can you make jokes?
There is a joke. Okay, you will not like the idea because it's about a plane crash. Plane crashed in a desert, and one guy survived and found a lamp. It touches the lamp, you know, like, and there is a genie coming out of the lamp. And the guy is totally happy, says, I want home. And the genie tells him, like, give me your hand. Give me your hand. And let's go. No, I want fast. The genie said, okay, let's run. So maybe you want faster. That was a joke. So if you want to, you can tell translators are good because people start laughing. So if you want faster, there is a third type of morality. It kind of, it's not, how to say, do you want to explain this one, like third type of morality?
Working for other people, right? I mean, so the first two.
Didn't you work before?
Like, yeah, but then I mean, like really, really committed, right? So, you know, like you can I'm not going to hurt other people because I don't want to be hurt. I'm going to help other people because I need resources. I need happy things. Well, now you're like, okay, well now, okay, let's go, let's take it higher. I'm going to save every living being.
Now you really want to save them.
Yeah.
So the third one is
Frankly,
was difficult for me to understand why you need the third one.
Lower school people, like Hinayana people,
They don't have bodhisattva vows.
they don't have bodhisattva vows, and they can be working on these things, right? Like they're going to be ethical, right? They're not going to hurt other people, and they are going to, try and help other people, but they're not working specifically to solve every living being's problems. They don't think it's possible yet. We would say they will eventually. But this is saying, okay, no, I am specifically going to work for other people. This is Mahayana.
Yeah, because
not that Mahayana people don't have the earlier two, they do, but this one's additional.
Yeah, then you will ask, okay, but I have my bodhisattva vows, right? I'm not lower tracks, lower scope person. Then why do I need the third one? Because when you take bodhisattva vows, there is still this feeling that you accumulate goodness. You kind of work for other people, but basically you have this impression that you are benefiting yourself, right? And then you go deeper in your understanding. And the third one is not about what, because basically it will be same, but it's about why. Like, why do you need to go faster? Why do you really want to help every living being? I hope it makes sense. And this is more related not to what accumulate, how fast, like how to accomplish faster your goals, because you're really, really motivated. This is why you need third type of morality. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we discussed already the 10 good deeds or non-virtues, right?
At this rate, we're going to be teaching a 5-hour class.
We have 10 minutes more.
All right, we're going to finish in 10. Horse race?
Okay, maybe 20. So where are we?
Number 3.
Why? Yeah, okay. Number 3. There are 4 wonderful qualities of bodhisattva vows. Actually, they are not really qualities. You will see what they are.
Okay, so the first one is when you take the vows from somebody else, and then you take it from somebody that you respect, right? And then you're like, oh boy, I don't want to break the vows because I wouldn't want the person who gave me the vows to see me breaking them.
Shame.
Shame, yeah. I would feel a sense of shame if McMichael knew that I had done something. Which is the thing. And the problem with him is he sees things. Yeah. I mean, he knows. Like, what was it the other day? You were like, oh, well, McMichael, don't do that because of McMichael. I'm like, oh, he sees everything anyway. But it was just yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday we were talking, we participated in Peach Tree World News, and I was a little bit, we did not have much time to get ready and could present better what we had, and I was a little bit upset because I was thinking I did not do a great job, and Bill said, don't worry.
Well, what happened is we got this picture of McMichael watching us kind of stumble through our presentation of why our financial freedom club is so wonderful. And then Ina was like kind of sad that he was sitting there watching us kind of. It was okay, but it wasn't polished like it could have been. And Ina was all sad and bummed out. And I said, like, hey, don't worry. He sees everything anyway. It's true. Like it happens.
Yeah, because I wanted him to know that we do something really cool,
Yeah.
and it didn't came out right. I mean,
Well, and what it did is it motivated us, like watching him watch us stumble through. It's like, okay, we're gonna polish this up so we don't have to sit through the shame of bumbling through another missed opportunity to help people, right?
I don't think it was missed opportunity. It was more to show him,
Oh, and yeah, it was it.
Anyway.
So anyway, it wasn't horrible, but and then why can Geshe Michael see what we're doing? It happens when you meditate, right? Like you learn.
No mystical.
Yeah,
It's not mystical.
Everybody here has the ability to do it. If you meditate, you realize your consciousness is not strictly located in your physical body, and then you can move it, and then you can see things. And so everybody has the ability. You just have to learn to meditate.
Yeah. And it happens naturally to you when you walk this path and you are serious about it. It just happens naturally. It's like, oh, I can see more colors than before, totally naturally. You look at the person and you kind of know what they feel and stuff like
I know
that.
quite. I've seen quite a few people in my life who could do that.
So shame can be really helpful.
Yeah.
Like you can use your mental afflictions for your own sake.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, it's a smart way to use shame. You take the vow from somebody who you respect, and then you will feel discomfort to admit that you did not keep it.
Yeah, the extra shame of having Geshe Michael watch us bumble.
Yeah.
So applies to vows.
Or like Geshe Michael asked the whole audience in Kyoto, right, to promise him that the next year we will not get angry, whatever happens.
Yeah.
And every time I feel I'm ready to get angry, I have this tin, 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 you promised.
Yeah.
Okay, I did promise. Okay, can I do something else? Yeah, I can do something else. Just move on, switch to something else. You have more interesting stuff in your life than to get in. So
second reason,
taken from another person is very powerful.
Yeah.
Second reason.
That's
a big one.
Yeah, well, because out of your own self-interest, right? Like, okay, I took these vows. My motivation was to help myself and every living being, and I'm not going to break it because it would just be stupid to break it. And then boy, wouldn't I feel silly if I did break them. So for your own sake, number one, I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my teacher. Number two, I don't want to hurt myself either. So
yeah, and when you take those vows, like if you want one advice from us about the vows is when you will be taking them, make sure you have pure intention in the time of the vow. Like do whatever it takes, but you have to be really focused on your deep wish to help everybody and to become this being of light, able to help everybody, because it has dramatic power. The moment will be powerful. You will plant probably the best seeds in your life so far. It will help you. The more pure intention you will get at the moment of the vows, the better you will be able to keep them.
I remember the first time I heard it, heard about bodhicitta and bodhisattva vows for achieving bodhicitta. And it went something like, as long as time remains, as long as space remains, so then too shall I remain until every living being has been freed from suffering. Like, oh, wow. Okay. And then it's like, okay, that's the greatest thought that anybody could have, right? That's the greatest thought possible. So like for pure intention, I'm going to say that that's as good as it gets. I don't think anything higher is possible.
Then for all kinds of vows, actually we will talk about it later. It's not that you cannot restore them. Usually you can, most often. But if you have somebody, you can go and you should. Oh, okay, that's the next question. So vows can be fixed if broken. And my sincere advice, do the 6 times book and watch your mind and fix things right away before they will get, the bad deeds will get more energy. So before they will be, this imprint will really become a seed, which happens within a couple hours. The earlier you can catch yourself, the better. It takes some time to get into this habit of constantly fixing your mind. So I really recommend the 6 times book. Can be repaired, right? We will talk about it in details in later classes. It will still hurt. I mean, the higher you go, the more goodness you collect, right? A little bit when you keep your freedom vows, still more than other people, because when you promise to do something and you do, or promise not to do and you do not do, constantly there is a flow of this vowed positive energy, right? Additional to just you are being a good person and you just don't want to hurt other people. Bodhisattva vows, you goes like even higher, like your how to say, seeds that you plant are more powerful, right? The third type, even more powerful. So it is very important to know how to fix it. And the fourth benefit, if you do the first 3, then you really it makes you try not to break them in the first place, because fixing is nice, but better not to break.
Yeah.
Should we say okay, we have 2 sets of vows later.
Yeah.
We can go to the next question.
Wonderful. Bodhisattva vows come in 2 divisions. There are the root vows, which are the most basic ones, and then the secondary vows, which are serious, but not as serious. Do you have anything more to say on that?
To be honest, when I was doing this class for the first time, it did not stick with me that there are different types of schools in Tibet that made more than 2 divisions, but McMichael is very like, he emphasizes that there are only 2 groups, either root vows or secondary vows, and there are 18 root ones and 46 secondary. When you will learn, which we start the next time, class 3, when you will learn them, you will see it is very difficult to really break the root vow. Very, very difficult. You have to have special conditions, which we will also study. And basically, you have to be really
Crazy
to break them.
Not that we aren't seeing plenty of people in the world who would qualify as crazy.
There are people, usually they don't take Bodhisattva vows, but
yeah, I don't think they've taken the vows, but they're crazy.
Yeah, but it is, you will see, if you have good intentions, good motivation, you really understand how the world functions, very, very difficult to break completely a root vow. And if you do not, how to say, you don't have these 4 conditions to break the root vow, it becomes a secondary vow, which is bad, but you don't lose the vows completely. And there is a, and you can restore it. Okay, I think that's it about the vows. So what are the 7 types of the individual freedom vows? The next question.
Number 5, there you go.
We talked about it, right? Monk, fully ordained monk, fully ordained nun, which is 253, 364. Intermediate nuns, novice monk, novice nun. Lifetime vows for a male layperson and female, which are exactly the same.
And we'll give you the vows. We'll give you, like, if you don't have lifetime vows for a lay person, we'll give you those before the bodhisattva vows. It's people in our lineage, and you can take the bodhisattva vows apparently before and without, but it wouldn't make really any sense. So we'll give you, like I've never seen anybody not get the lifetime layperson vows first and then take the bodhisattva vows.
There is also a set of vows that is not mentioned here called refuge vows, but we will tell you before the ceremony what they are and why it's good to take them. So there is a question. Can anybody take bodhisattva vows if they don't have lay people or like other individual freedom vows? Yes, you can. Our recommendation is to get the freedom vows first, but theoretically, if a person really keeps the 10 good deeds, the ones that were described by Bill before, they can take bodhisattva vows. If you do not have bodhisattva vows, nobody can get secret vows, but diamond way vows. That's a must. Then there is a way to take bodhisattva vows. First, you take wish and then full vows. We will talk about it later. So, and one more thing that people often ask about in the internet space somewhere or in the books, you may see that somebody says, oh, it's okay, you can just take your bodhisattva vows in front of the image of a Buddha or a statue or anything like that. In our lineage, we do not allow people to take bodhisattva vows just by themselves, because you will see it's a challenge to keep them. There is a reason why you take those vows, because our day-to-day behavior is very different from what is described in the vows. And you become a happier person when you keep those vows. I mean, it does not take long to feel happier. You may have some ripenings, but overall your mind will be very happy. And if you have somebody who gave you vows, you will, like, it increases your chances to keep them, and it makes it much, much, much easier. So theoretically, yeah, if I'm the last person on the planet, probably it's better to take them in front of the image than not to. But if you have teachers, take them with somebody.
Last question. Number 6. If you're a Vajrayana practitioner, do you have to keep the other vows? Oh my gosh.
But it's important, because there were teachers coming to the United States and other countries who would say, guys, now you're so high, you don't have to keep the lower morality.
Oh, it's not just teachers. What happens is people get those vows and then misunderstand. And so they end up hurting themselves. You guys, because things move fast. when you get to Vajrayana, right? If you're going to get enlightened in one lifetime, your karma is going to pick up. It's going to get, I mean, you're literally shaking the foundation of your reality, and things move quickly. And do you remember, did you guys have those little rockets that kids built when you were in middle school? Did you guys have Estes rockets in the
I
Soviet
had
Union?
different middle schools. To begin with, I didn't have middle school. I
Yeah.
had just school.
Well, in the United States, what would happen is like when I was a kid, you would build these little rockets that they're about this big, and they had an engine, like a solid engine that you could put in there. And God knows why our parents let like 12-year-old kids run around with these things. But you'd put an engine in it, and then you would have this like electricity, and it'd have an igniter, and you could launch it, and it would go hundreds of feet straight in the sky if you'd built it properly. If you hadn't built it properly, it would go screaming off, and it could shoot anywhere, right? And sometimes you'd launch it, it would just like go skim the ground, and it's moving fast. It's like it's ballistic, right? It's not, it's.
I mean, we have seen real rockets explode in the air,
Okay.
right?
Well, there's a kid version of it.
How many spaceship teams died because of wrong scientific assumptions?
Yeah, right. And so, well, 12-year-olds are capable of wrong scientific assumptions also. And and so your vows are kind of like that, right? It's like if you take them and build them good, great, rocket straight up. It's going to go straight up. If you build your vows kind of crappy, you're going to be dodging the rocket you just launched. So you want to build it properly. You're not free from cause and effect because you took the Vajrayana vows. And so
The effect works faster for you if you did.
and I'm saying this because I saw people over the 10-year, the Vajrayana courses for 7 years, but then the 3 years of retreat. And oh my gosh, I mean, I saw people. I think everybody who's a sincere practitioner, you're going to break them, right? Like it's impossible. They get harder the higher you go to keep, right? It's easy not to kill people for most of us, and but then they get to be really more subtle, right? And so you will. It's impossible not to break the highest ones, but then you go and you fix it and you try and get better. But then you'd see people who would just kind of like give up, do something completely selfish, apparent selfish, right? I can't. And oh my gosh, just disasters, just horrible, right? Like 12-year-olds with rockets. and it
I have another analogy, like you walk to your goal, kind of that the goal is on the moon, but you still walk. I don't know, maybe you think you will walk closer. Then you take your freedom vows. It's like you decided to ride a bike to go faster, or maybe a car. Then you take your bodhisattva vows, you jump in a plane, and then you take your secret vows, and it's a rocket, it's a spaceship that is really fast, and you need to really be sharp, right? Not to miss the moon, otherwise we will go in the open space.
Yeah.
So how you can miss the target is what Jetson Kappa describes here, right? The wrong idea that you don't need to follow the previous 2 sets of vows when you will get to the secret vows. It's not true. You will have to keep all 3 sets of vows, and you will have them like 300 almost, something like that.
Yeah. They're super powerful. It's a rocket. it's a rocket ship that you're going to launch, and it's important to follow the instructions and build the rocket properly so that you don't hurt yourself. I mean, super cool things happen if you keep it right. Super horrible things happen
If you
if you
don't.
don't.
Yeah.
I'm super horrible.
And if you disregard lower level vows, which will be for the secret teachings, Bodhisattva vows and freedom vows, Jetsun Kappa says that it cuts the root of the Buddha teaching. It's like a great rain of hail that destroys the tender crops of the happiness of all living kind, not only yours, but all these countless dudes produced by your projections, right?
Gradosht.
It reflects a total failure to grasp both higher and lower teachings, an absolute misconception that should be thrown away like garbage.
Alapuba.
Musa. That's it for today.
Yeah, it's fun.
If you have questions, because I know people are complaining that we do not answer questions, maybe we can answer one now, and we will run a questionnaire, and you can ask us for the next time. We will fix some time for questions and answers.
Is there some place that people can send us written questions, and then we can kind
This
of
is what I said.
yeah
Google form.
okay, all right. Do they know where to go to send them?
Not yet.
All right.
Katya
We're
is
looking at
taking
Katya.
notes. Have a helper.
Yeah, we were coming in this morning. It's snowing here, and then we were getting the car and we were scraping it off, and
I mean,
And-
it's that much snow right now
yeah,
outside, and it is still snowing. We are looking in the window.
and Katya was walking over and we couldn't get a hold of her. I was like, oh, what are we going to do without Katya? She helps us a
Oh,
lot. And who does the slides? Who is it that's doing the slides?
thank you for the designer. The slides are beautiful.
Do we know who did some? We know who did the slides.
Thank you to Anna, Anna Bukareva did slides. Oh, I know Anya.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, ACI team. Thank you, technical team.
I see
all the translators. You are
Maria
amazing.
translating, Marina translating. Everybody that's helping. Archom, always there. Ludmila, Italian?
Yeah.
Turkish?
Aigul is
Aigul.
always translating.
Ola
for us into
Karasova,
Turkish.
Paris, Ola, a la Francais.
Misha, hi Misha. Vika, Alexandra. Happy to see all of
Turkish?
you guys.
Iraida?
Iraida.
Iraida?
Oh, she's recording.
Okay,
Turkish.
record.
Natalia from Kremenchuk. Galia, hello. Irina, Natalia. Luisa, oh, cool. Areta, thank you for translating.
Yulia Vila, always working.
Alessia, translating into Ukrainian today. Oh, thank you,
Yeah,
Alessia.
Rita.
Alessia, into Ukrainian,
Oh,
Areta
Alessia.
into Russian.
Okay, great. Alessa, yes.
Oh, Vika
Montenegro,
Filatova,
Alessa.
Olena, who else? Nastya. Hi, Nastya. Tanusha, Shutko. Are you cold? You have a red nose.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate all the work that lets us just focus on classes, and we appreciate all of the technical help that makes us possible because it's so much fun. We were very happy that we were reaching people and helping you.
And please ask your questions. We are happy to answer. Just we have some material to teach, but then we love talking to people, and we can schedule some time for the questions. So, okay, see you on
Katya,
Saturday.
did you get a Google Doc for people to ask questions? Okay.
Next Saturday, 5:30 p.m. European time, 10:30 Chicago time. center of the world, Chicago time. We can compete with Rimrock.
Mm.
Not really. I mean,
No.
we can transfer from Chicago to Rimrock.
Mhm.
Okay. See you. Bye.
All right. Stay warm.